We're all stories.
Whoa, hold up. What if I told you that no more than 2 hours ago, she didn't know anyone except for him, and he didn't know anyone except for me, and he didn't know him, her, him, her, and she didn't know her, him, her. Okay, you get the idea. It's a video call full of strangers. But how did we get here? Let's take it back to the beginning. This entire video started with just one realization. The realization that meeting just one person can drastically change the rest of your life. It sounds dramatic, I know, but hear me out. I don't know, just for argument's sake, let's say your friends are trying to convince you to go to a party. So after some convincing, you decide to go. But when you get to the party, you meet a girl. You joke, you talk a while, and by the end of the night, you've got a crazy handshake. But the crazy thing is, you and that girl go on to become best friends. Crazier yet, you meet all her friends, and they become your best friends too. Next thing you know, you find yourself across the world, hiking rainforests and surfing Costa Rican beaches with your newfound set of friends. All because you made a crazy handshake with that one girl at the party that you weren't even planning on going to. Now, I don't know if anything like that has actually ever happened, but just a hypothetical. But ever since then, you've been completely fascinated with how to connect with people and make new friends. Until a little thing called quarantine lockdown and social distancing come along. So you're left just thinking 2 words. Challenge accepted. The idea was simple. Use a variety of different resources to meet an array of different people. Then, see which of those people would be willing to video chat. From those willing to talk one-on-one, find the most fun and positive individuals. Throw a couple of my friends who helped make the video into the mix, and you're left with an absolutely killer roster for an online Zoom party. So there's the game plan. Now all that's left is to do it. Let's start with Chat Roulette. What better place to meet new people than a website that is designed for just that? But anyone who knows anything about Chat Roulette knows this is a gamble. This is a roll of the dice here. God, I so desperately hope the Chat Roulette demographic has changed since I've been in 7th grade. Watch, this is how I meet my future wife. I'm so scared. Granting access to camera. Now. Is it just gonna be a bunch of 7th graders? Oh my god. I'm getting rejected left and right. This kinda hurts. Do people use this as a dating app? Yeah, I like your hat. Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm good.
That's why there's so many dicks.
Yeah, there's a lot of dicks.
I'm an actress.
Are you actually?
Yeah.
Oh, I know you. You're Jennifer Aniston. Watch, this is how I meet my future wife. I knew I recognized you from somewhere.
One answer.
She hung up on me. Jennifer, come back.
He's just chilling.
I'm just chilling. What are you up to?
Ooh, you're so funny.
Oh, don't say that.
Are you American?
I'm American. Are you American?
No.
What am I looking at? I think that was an ass. Chat Roulette is not the place to meet people. Idea number 2. Tinder. First things first, gonna have to re-download that. Probably gotta revamp my Tinder profile for this one. It was overwhelming. Why am I so nervous for all this stuff? Wait, you can report yourself? You can literally report yourself on Tinder. Just in case you're like, yeah, I've been acting inappropriately. Report. Okay, we've got Tinder re-downloaded, we've got the bio revamped. All that's left is to start swiping. this girl's bio. Okay, but where are we gonna tell people we met? Chat roulette. I remember why I deleted Tinder now. White Claws are my love language. Guess the ass tat. That's your bio? Girls. Okay, so as I was sitting here editing, I matched with a girl. And every match I get on Tinder, I always try to make the first message completely unique to the girl. Here's one I was particularly proud of. Did you know if you go back and forth between your first two pictures really quickly, it looks like you're dancing? And to show you what I mean, I'll put in a clip right here. I was so proud of that. No response. But despite all my Tinder problems, I met a girl named Sadie, who loves Budapest just as much as I do, and was really good at making a damn fool of me with her dumb riddles. She was perfect for the Zoom squad. The next crazy idea I had to meet people, I called friend of a friend. But instead of me just blandly explaining that to you now, I'll let this phone call with my hypothetical friend Kella do that for me. Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
First of all, FYI, I'm recording right now, so don't say anything you wouldn't want my mom to hear.
Okay.
Okay, you ready for my idea? Because I'm excited about it. The idea is to figure out the best way, good one, to figure out the best way to meet people during the pandemic.
Oh, hey, I thought of an app idea on that. Well, it's like a dating app, but it's called Would You Quarantine Tap That?
That I will download it. The second you come on with that app, I will download it. The Quarantapped app. Come to your local app store soon. Use the premium code Falling on Purpose to get your 15% discount.
Sorry, continue.
The idea is to meet as many people as possible while still social distancing. So I figured we would put together like a Skype call or a Zoom call or something. But in order for us to do it, you would have to invite one random friend that I don't know, and I'll invite one random friend that you don't know, and we'll all hang out over Skype or FaceTime.
Okay, that sounds fun. I'm down.
Now this idea caused me to meet Kella's friend Alex, who I'm just assuming could probably crush me in Fortnite. But I'm so thankful that I met Alex, because she was one of the first open-minded strangers to agree to video chat me. Next up, this video idea caused me to reconnect with my friend Eden, the music producer that I met in Croatia. And by the way, intro song to this video, Eden's song. And the song you're listening to right now, instrumental version of Eden's song. Go check out his Spotify, it's legitimately super good. Eden plug here. And while we're on the subject of Eden, the day of the party he asked me if he could invite one of his friends. A friend that literally nobody else knew. And I said, yeah, of course. So that's how I met Liat. And I kid you not, the first second she hopped on that call, I knew she was the perfect addition to the crew. So with Liat now added to the gang, it was time for idea number 4. Reddit. So this next idea to meet people wasn't actually mine. I was hanging out with one of my closest friends, Sydney, who you can always rely on to go snowboarding with you, by the way, and my friend Kella. By this point, you know Kella. And Kella invited her friend Connor. And if you haven't figured it out by now, I love meeting new people. So since Connor was a super chill and nice guy, I was pumped to get to know him. But what I didn't know at the time was that Kella had posted our Zoom ID and password on Reddit. So partway into the call, strangers from Reddit started popping in. I didn't get a lot of footage, but by the end of the call, it was something like this. Now, unfortunately, I got completely swept up in the Reddit craziness and completely forgot to ask if any of them wanted to be in the YouTube video. But what I did know was Sydney, Kella, and Connor's open-minded approach to meeting people would be perfect for this end Zoom party. Idea number 5, TikTok. For this next video idea, I posted on TikTok and asked if anyone wanted to video chat. No one did. It got like no views and I don't want to talk about it. Idea number 6, old friends. This idea involved me dusting off the old photo album, remembering that I used to rock a bowl cut, oh my god, and searching for old friends that I literally hadn't talked to in decades in the hopes of reconnecting and getting them on the Zoom party. But ironically, an old friend wound up reaching out to me after seeing one of my old videos. Her name was Nicole, and we hadn't talked in a handful of years. But when we reconnected, we talked for hours, and we got along so well, I figured it was a no-brainer to invite her to the party. So by this point, I've assembled an absolutely stellar crew. But the group was missing something. It could use a little spice. So I called up my friend, Spicy Steve. So spicy. But on a genuine note, Steve was one of the first people I had ever met in Europe, and he's one of the kindest and funniest people I know. So of course I had to invite him to the Zoom party. So after adding Spicy Steve, the roster was complete. It took almost a month to get here, but now all there's left to do is the party.
Let's welcome Connor. Welcome. Holding on. You're like, are we gonna get off the ground?
Look at this couple.
I was born to like be theatrical over a computer.
Oh no.
You heard those?
Ghost, like woohoo!
Whoa.
You see that woman? That is strength.
Corona Zoom party goes to Wuhan.
We are all going to Wuhan. Sorry, I had to ask that.
That's kind of you, isn't it? Is there a negative way of that? Like,
Yeah, yell ruins a good time, that's for sure.
Yeah, fuck, I mean,
right. I can't description it. It's quite called the spicy stuff.
Are we on a YouTube video?
Yeah. Not a YouTube video.
Now, it's no secret that the pandemic has affected us all in various ways. Personally, I was excited to move to Chicago, reconnect with some friends, and start creating some of the video ideas that I had built up. But being put on lockdown the day before I left my hometown didn't just mess up my plans, but it caused me to go into a tiny bit of a depression too. Now please don't misunderstand me. I know I'm incredibly fortunate when compared to some of the other people who have been affected by COVID. But something I've really come to realize is, when you focus on just how bad your situation is, you're not going to get anywhere. It's only when you start to take a step back, focus on what you can control, and act on it will you start to dig yourself out of that hole. Now for me, that meant uniting a bunch of strangers from across the world to make a cool YouTube video. But what does it mean for you? What can you control, and how can you make your situation better? Oh, and before I forget, I really want to thank all the open-minded strangers who agreed to talk to me. I think it's completely insane that I'm walking away from this experience with a handful of new friends.
Next space is on, and 3, 2, 1.
I'm sure I'll be seeing you all soon.